You think you're the first woman to fall for the big bad mafia boss? You think that kiss meant something special? It got me away from my ex-husband. Go back to your world, black girl! I'm not your problem if he doesn't feel anything for you.
And trapped you with something worse. Jisoo stopped in front of her. Let me tell you what you are to him. Nothing. A momentary curiosity. A problem that needs managing. If I'm nothing, why are you so threatened by me? The question hung in the air between them. Jisoo's jaw tightened. She circled her slowly, predator assessing prey. Threatened? By you? She laughed, but it sounded forced. I've been with Kang Min-ho for 5 years. I know him. I understand him. I've killed for him, bled for him, built everything he has. And yet, he still doesn't want you. Jisoo stepped closer, voice dropping to a dangerous whisper. Watch your mouth. Why? Alicia pulled against the intimidation, anger rising. It's true, isn't it? 5 years and he's never touched you. But I've been here 3 weeks and he kissed me. You think one kiss makes you special? Jisoo's laugh was bitter. He doesn't do relationships. He doesn't do feelings. He uses people and throws them away when he's done. You're jealous. I'm realistic. But Jisoo's voice cracked slightly. You want to know what happens to women who think they're special to him? They disappear. He gets bored, moves on, and they're erased like they never existed. Then why do you stay? Why do you love someone who doesn't love you back? Jisoo's eyes blazed. Because I understand what he is. I don't need him to love me. I need him to need me. And you're afraid he might need me instead. He doesn't need anyone. Jisoo's control wavered. But you need him. I can see it. You're addicted to the intensity, the danger, the way he makes you feel alive after years of feeling dead. Alicia rubbed her arm. You don't know anything about me. I know you're damaged. I know you came here running from one man and fell into the arms of someone who might be worse. Jisoo leaned in close. I know you think if you just try hard enough, love him enough, he'll finally feel something for you. And what if he does? He won't. He can't. Jisoo's voice dropped to a whisper. I've watched him for 5 years. I've seen him with dozens of women. Beautiful women, smart women. Women who tried everything to make him care. And you know what? They all failed. Because Kang Min-ho doesn't have a heart to give. You're wrong. Am I? Has he told you he cares about you? Has he asked about your day, your dreams, your fears? Or does he just pretend that kiss never happened and treat you like you're invisible? Alicia said nothing. The silence was answer enough. That's what I thought. Jisoo straightened. So let me make this very clear. Whatever you think happened between you two, it's over before it even started. You're temporary. I'm permanent. When he forgets about you, and he will forget about you, I'll still be here. I'll always be here. Because you have nowhere else to go. Jisoo's expression turned icy. You have no idea what I've sacrificed for him. What I've done. The things I've built. The people I've killed. The years I've given. One desperate kiss doesn't erase that. At least my kiss meant something to him. Did it? Then where is he right now? Why isn't he here, claiming you, making it clear you're his? Jisoo stepped back. He's in his study, working like you don't exist. Because to him, you don't. Not really. She walked away, leaving Alicia alone in the corridor. Alicia stood there for a long moment, processing everything. Then she heard footsteps and turned to find Jae-ho standing at the end of the hallway. His eyes were sad. He'd heard everything. Jae-ho, he held up a hand, stopping her. Don't. Just don't. He walked past her without another word, disappearing into the darkness. Alicia leaned against the wall, sliding down until she sat on the cold floor. What was she doing? Jisoo was right about one thing. Minho had been avoiding her since the kiss, pretending it never happened. Maybe it hadn't meant anything to him at all. Her phone buzzed. A message from an unknown number. My study. Now. M. She stared at the message. Every part of her screamed to ignore it, to go to her room, to stop hoping for something that wasn't there. But she stood up anyway, smoothed her hair, and walked toward his study. The next few days were awkward. Jiho was professional at work, but distant, his usual warmth replaced by careful politeness. Minho pretended the kiss had never happened, treating her with the same cold indifference as before. But she caught him watching her sometimes, brief glances that lingered a second too long before he looked away. On Thursday, Jisoo cornered her in the office building's bathroom. You think you're clever, she said, blocking the exit. Kissing him, playing innocent, making Jiho fall for you. What's your endgame? I don't have one. Everyone has one. What is it? Money? Protection? You want to become the next Mrs. Kong and live in luxury? Jisoo's laugh was ugly. It won't work. He doesn't marry, doesn't love, doesn't even fuck the same woman twice. I'm not trying to marry him. Then what do you want? Alicia met her eyes in the mirror. To stop feeling dead inside. To remember what it's like to want something, even if it destroys me. Jisoo's expression shifted, just slightly, like she understood that particular brand of desperation. Then you're stupider than I thought, she said quietly. Because wanting Kang Minho is the fastest way to destroy yourself. Trust me, I've been doing it for 5 years. She left, and Alicia stood alone, staring at her reflection. Everyone kept warning her. Everyone kept telling her this was a mistake. But she'd spent 3 years being careful, being good, trying to please Marcus and save her marriage. And it had gotten her deported, broken, and hunted. Maybe it was time to make a different kind of mistake. That night, she waited until the house was quiet, then went to Minho's study again. He looked up when she entered, unsurprised. This is becoming a habit, he observed. I've been thinking about what you said, about making hard choices. And? I choose you. Minho set down his pen slowly. You don't know what that means. Then show me. He stood, moved around the desk with that dangerous grace. When he reached her, he didn't touch her, just stood close enough that she could feel the heat of him. I can't give you what you want, he said. I don't know how to be gentle or romantic or whatever fantasy you have in your head. I only know how to possess things. Control them, break them when necessary. Maybe that's what I need right now. To be broken so I can rebuild myself differently. That's not healthy. Neither is this. She gestured between them. But it's honest. Something shifted in his expression. A decision being made. If we do this, there are rules, he said. You don't ask me for love. You don't expect me to change. You don't mistake fucking for intimacy. And when I'm done with you, you walk away without drama or tears. Okay? Just like that? Okay? Just like that. He studied her for a long moment, looking for the lie, the hidden motive. When he didn't find it, he kissed her, hard and demanding and absolutely claiming. They didn't make it to a bedroom. He took her against the desk, in his chair, on the floor. It was desperate and rough and exactly what she'd asked for, breaking her down so she could rebuild herself differently. Afterward, they lay on the expensive carpet, both breathing hard. Minho stared at the ceiling, his expression unreadable. This changes nothing, he said. I know. I mean it. This isn't a relationship. It's just, I know. She turned to look at him. You don't have to explain or justify. I know what this is. He finally looked at her. Then you're either very brave or very stupid. Probably both. The corner of his mouth twitched. Not quite a smile, but close. They both knew this was a terrible idea, that it would end badly, that someone would get hurt. But for the first time in years, Alicia felt alive. Even if that feeling killed her, it was worth it. Welcome to Soul Afro Stories, where we bring you dark, addictive romance with characters who'll wreck you in the best way. Are you new to this series? Check the description to follow us up. Then subscribe to be part of this beautiful Soul Afro family. Have you ever chosen the dangerous person when the safe option was right there? And Jisoo, 5 years of loyalty, invisible to the man she loves, watching him choose someone new in 3 weeks? Have you ever felt that invisible? Because here's the thing. Is Minho creating a deadly time bomb with her jealousy? A woman scorned with assassin skills? Yeah, that's dangerous. Where are you watching from? Drop your city below. Let's connect with our Soul Afro lovers. Subscribe because part 2? Jisoo's about to explode, Jiho's heart is shattering, and Minho's ice is cracking. You don't want to miss this. Let's go on. The affair, if you could call it that, continued in shadows and stolen moments. Minho would summon her to a study late at night or appear at her door when the house was sleeping. They never talked much. Words felt dangerous, like they might reveal something neither was ready to face. Jiho knew, of course. He said nothing, but the hurt in his eyes every time he looked at Alicia was devastating. He threw himself into work, staying late at the office, taking business trips he didn't need to take. "You're killing him," Jisoo said one morning, appearing beside Alicia in the estate's kitchen. "Jiho, he's in love with you, and you're fucking his brother. The kind of love that's gentle and real and would never hurt you. But you're so busy chasing the brother who doesn't have a heart that you can't even see the one who'd give you his. Do you even care?" "Of course I care. Not enough to stop." Alicia had no defense against that. Jisoo was right. "Why do you stay?" Alicia asked instead. "If you love Minho and he doesn't love you back, why do you keep putting yourself through this?" Jisoo's laugh was hollow. "Because leaving would mean admitting I wasted 5 years of my life on a man who can't feel. And I'm not ready to admit that yet." She poured coffee with shaking hands. "At least I knew what this was from the start. You're still pretending it's something else." "I'm not pretending anything." "Aren't you?" Jisoo turned to face her. "Every time he touches you, you're hoping he'll feel something. Hoping you'll be the one to crack that ice and find the man underneath. But there is no man underneath. There's just more ice." After she left, Alicia sat alone with her coffee, wondering if Jisoo was right. 3 weeks into their arrangement, Minho changed. It started small. He began keeping her in his bed after, instead of dismissing her immediately. He traced patterns on her skin absently, like he was solving a puzzle. Once, she woke to find him watching her sleep, his expression almost soft, before it hardened the moment he realized she was awake. "What are you thinking?" she asked. "That you snore." "I do not." Lightly, it's... He searched for the word. Tolerable. It was the closest thing to a compliment she'd gotten from him. Another night, after he'd been particularly rough, he noticed bruises blooming on her hips. He touched them with something like concern. "Did I hurt you?" "I'm fine." "That's not what I asked." "Yes." "But I liked it." He pulled away, then got dressed, started to leave. Alicia caught his hand. "Wait, what's wrong?" "I'm not supposed to care if I hurt you," he said quietly. "But I do. And I don't know what to do with that. Maybe just be careful next time? Or maybe I should stop this entirely. Is that what you want?" He looked at her for a long moment. "No." "Then don't stop. Just be careful." The next time was different. Still intense, but controlled. He paid attention to her reactions, adjusted when she tensed, checked in with looks instead of words. It was almost tender, and that scared them both. One Tuesday morning, Alicia was at her desk when Jisoo appeared. "He wants to see you." "Who?" Jisoo's look could have frozen hell. "Who do you think?" But this time, there was something different in Jisoo's expression, something calculating. There's a delivery that needs to be picked up, Jisoo said. In Itaewon. I'm sending you. Why me? That's not usually my job. Because I'm assigning it to you. Jisoo's smile was cold. Unless you have a problem with that? Alicia hesitated. Something felt wrong. Will there be security? Of course. Minho will drive you. Minho was one of the junior guards. Young, inexperienced. Shouldn't someone more senior? Are you questioning my authority? Jisoo's voice dropped dangerously. Because if you can't handle a simple errand, maybe you're not as useful as Minho thinks. Alicia swallowed her unease. Fine, when do I leave? Now. Itaewon felt wrong from the moment they arrived. The address Jisoo had given her led to a narrow alley between two commercial buildings. Minho parked at the entrance, looking nervous. Stay in the car, he said. I'll check it out first. But as soon as he stepped out, 3 men appeared from the shadows. Not random thugs. These were professional, organized, Jade Clan. Minho reached for his weapon, but they were faster. One grabbed him, another went for the car door. Alicia locked it, fumbling for her phone to call Minho. Before she could dial, someone smashed the window. Hands grabbed her, dragged her from the car. She screamed, fought, kicked. Shut up! One of them backhanded her. Pain exploded across her face. They had her on the ground, zip ties coming out, when gunfire erupted. Minho's men, real security, not Minho, poured into the alley. The Jade Clan members scattered, and suddenly, Alicia was being lifted by familiar hands. Jisoo. Are you hurt? Jisoo asked, but her tone was flat. Professional. Like she was checking inventory. What? How did you... Tracking device in your phone. Minho activated it the second you left the estate. More vehicles arrived. And then Minho himself, moving through his men like a dark wave. His eyes found Alicia, saw the blood on her face, the forming bruise. His expression went cold. Colder than she'd ever seen. Who assigned this errand? His voice was deadly quiet. No one answered. Who assigned this errand? Jisoo stepped forward. I did. The air itself seemed to freeze. You sent her to a known Jade Clan territory, with minimal security, knowing they've been targeting her. Minho's voice never rose, but everyone around them took a step back. Explain. You thought what? That I wouldn't notice? That I wouldn't care? He moved closer to Jisoo, and for the first time, Alicia saw real fear in the woman's eyes. You've been with me for 5 years. You know what happens to people who hurt what's mine. She's making you weak. Jisoo's control finally broke. She's a distraction, a liability. I was trying to show me what? And that you're willing to get her killed to prove a point? I didn't think they'd actually... You didn't think. Minho turned to his men. Jisoo is demoted. Effective immediately. She's no longer head of security. She's no longer in my inner circle. She answers to Minjun now. Minjun, who was 2 ranks below her. Jisoo's face went white. You can't. I can. I just did. Minho's voice was ice. You're lucky I didn't kill you. The only reason you're still breathing is because you've been useful in the past. But that credit just ran out. He turned his back on her, the ultimate dismissal, and moved to Alicia. Can you walk? She nodded, though her legs were shaking. He guided her to his car, helped her in with surprising gentleness. As they pulled away, Alicia looked back to see Jisoo standing in the alley, surrounded by men who no longer respected her, her face a mask of devastation and rage. Back at the estate, Minho took her to his private bathroom, a space she'd never seen before. He sat her on the counter and examined her face with clinical precision. Bruising, no broken bones. He cleaned the blood with careful movements. You'll have a black eye by tomorrow. Minho, I should have seen it coming. Jisoo's been erratic, Jealous. I knew she was a risk, but I thought... He trailed off. You thought what? I thought she valued her position more than her feelings. I was wrong. He applied antiseptic, and Alicia hissed at the sting. I'm sorry. The apology shocked her. You never apologize. I rarely have reason to. He met her eyes. But I do now. She tried to hurt you because of me. Because you matter to me. Do I? Matter to you? He was quiet for a long moment. You shouldn't. That's not an answer. It's the only answer I can give. He finished bandaging a cut on her temple. But I will tell you this. If anyone touches you again, I'll kill them. Slowly. Painfully. I don't care who they are. Even Jisoo? Especially Jisoo. She knows better. Alicia touched his hand. She loves you. She loves the idea of me. The power. The position. He stepped back. She doesn't see me as human, just as a prize to be won. And what do I see you as? He looked at her. Really looked at her. And for a moment, his mask slipped. I don't know. That's what scares me. That night, he came to her room instead of summoning her to his. It was a small thing, but significant. He never came to her space, always made her come to his. I can't sleep, he admitted, standing in her doorway. Come in. He did, and they lay together in her bed. He held her carefully, mindful of her bruises, and for the first time, it felt less like possession and more like protection. Tell me about your parents, she said into the darkness. He was quiet for so long, she thought he wouldn't answer. My father built this empire from nothing. Started as an enforcer, worked his way up through intelligence and brutality. My mother was the daughter of a rival boss. Their marriage was strategic at first. But they fell in love. His voice was distant. She was the only person who could make him laugh. The only one he showed his real face to. They sound happy. They were. Until the Jade clan decided our family was a threat. His arm tightened around her. I was 18. Jiho was 14. We were at home when they came. My father tried to fight, but there were too many. They made us watch. Made him watch as they killed her first. Alicia's heart clenched. Minho? He begged. My father, this man who'd built an empire on fear, begged them to spare her. Offered everything. His territory, his money, his life. And Park Saiwan laughed and put a bullet in her head anyway. His voice was hollow. Then he killed my father. Then he shot me in the stomach and left me to bleed out next to their bodies. How did you survive? Jiho. He was hiding, like I told him to. He called for help, stayed with me while I bled. I remember looking at my parents, dead on the floor, and feeling everything inside me just turn off, like a switch being flipped. He pulled away slightly to look at her. That's when I became this. When I learned that feeling things, loving things, caring about things, it just gives people a weapon to destroy you. But you care about me. I'm trying not to. Is it working? No. He touched her face gently, tracing the bruise forming on her cheek. And that terrifies me more than anything Jade Clean could do. They fell asleep like that, tangled together, both trying not to think about what it meant that they couldn't seem to stay apart. Jiho returned from his business trip 3 days later. He came straight to the office, found Alicia at her desk, and stopped cold when he saw the bruise on her face. What happened? It's fine. Minho handled it. That's not what I asked. He moved closer, gently tilting her chin to examine the injury. Who did this to you? Jade Clan, but it's over now. Is it? Because you're still here, in this world, wearing his marks. Jiho's voice was tight with control. This is what I warned you about. This is what being with him means. Jiho, please. No. We're done pretending. He pulled her up from her chair. Come with me, right now. My car is downstairs. We can be in Busan by dinner, on a plane to Singapore by morning. I'm not running away. Why not? What's keeping you here? A man who barely admits you exist? Who puts you in danger just by being near you? His hands gripped her shoulders. I can give you a life, Alicia. A real life. Safety. Happiness. Someone who actually loves you. I know. Then why won't you choose me? Because I don't love you that way. She pulled away gently. I wish I did. God, I wish I did. But I can't make myself feel something that isn't there. Because you're too busy feeling it for him. Jiho's laugh was bitter. For a man who's never said a kind word to you, who only touches you in darkness and sends you away after, who can't even admit what you are to each other. Maybe that's what I need right now. No, it's what you think you deserve. He grabbed his coat. I'm going to find my brother. We're going to settle this once and for all. Jiho, don't... But he was already gone, fury radiating from every line of his body. Alicia found them in Minho's study 30 minutes later. The shouting could be heard from halfway down the corridor. She opened the door, without knocking, and found the brothers facing off, years of tension finally erupting. Destroying her, Jiho was yelling. Can't you see that? She's fine, Minho said coldly. She has a black eye. She was attacked by our enemies because you made her a target. I handled it. By demoting Jisoo? By pretending that fixes the problem? Jiho moved closer. The problem is you. You're so damaged, you don't even know how to care about someone properly. You just own them and control them and call it protection. Careful, brother. Or what? You'll kill me too? Add me to your list of casualties? Jiho's voice cracked. She deserves better than you. Probably. Minho's tone was ice. But she's not choosing better. She's choosing me. Because she's broken. Her ex-husband abused her and controlled her, and now she thinks your cold possession is love because it's the first thing that's felt different. Jiho slammed his hand on the desk. You're using her damage against her, and you don't even see it. That's enough. No, it's not enough. I love her, Hyung. I'm in love with her. And watching you treat her like just another acquisition is killing me. Then leave. No one's forcing you to stay. You really don't care, do you? That I'm in pain? That she's going to end up broken beyond repair? Jiho's eyes were wet. Do you feel anything at all? Minho was quiet for a long moment. I feel that you're making a scene over something that's none of your concern. She's not something. She's a person who deserves to be loved, not just fucked in the dark and dismissed. You want to know what I feel? Minho stood, dangerous and controlled. I feel annoyed that you're questioning my decisions. I feel irritated that you think you have any claim to her. And I feel certain that if you don't shut your mouth and leave my office, we're going to have a problem that ends with one of us in the hospital. Do it then. Jiho spread his arms. Hit me, beat me, kill me if you want. It would hurt less than watching this. They stared at each other. The tension so thick, Alicia could barely breathe. Then Jiho laughed, hollow and broken. You're right. I am a coward. I should have fought for her. Really fought. Instead, I just gave up and let you take everything. He turned to Alicia. I'm leaving again. Going to Busan, then Singapore. I can't be here anymore. Jiho, Alicia started. I love you. He said it simply, directly. I'm in love with you. And every night you spend with him kills me a little more. So I'm choosing me. I'm choosing to survive this. He walked out, and the silence he left behind was deafening. Minho sat back down, expression unreadable. You should go after him, Alicia said quietly. Why? Because he's your brother and he's hurting. He'll get over it. Will he? She moved closer. Or will he just do what you did? Turn off everything inside until there's nothing left? Minho looked at her sharply. Don't psychoanalyze me. I'm not. I'm just pointing out that you two are more alike than you want to admit. Both of you so afraid of feeling things that you'd rather be numb. Is this going somewhere? She sighed. Think about what he said, about whether this is really protection or just control. And which do you think it is? I don't know anymore. She turned to leave. But I know I'm tired of being the thing you two are fighting over when neither of you actually asked me what I want. She left him sitting in his study, surrounded by all his power and control, looking more alone than she'd ever seen him. That night, there was no summons. Or the next night. 3 days passed with Minho avoiding her completely. At meals, he was distant. At work, he barely acknowledged her existence. It was like they'd gone back to the beginning, before the kiss, before everything. On the 4th night, Alicia went to his study uninvited. He was at his desk, working late as always. He didn't look up when she entered. "We need to talk," she said. "I'm busy." "I don't care." He finally looked at her, expression unreadable. "What do you want, Alicia?" "I want to know what we're doing, what this is." "I thought I was clear about that." "You were, but things have changed." "Nothing's changed. Everything's changed." She moved to his desk. "You demoted Jisoo for putting me in danger. You held me while you told me about your parents. You look at me differently now, like I'm more than just a convenient distraction. You're reading too much into things." "Am I? Because you haven't touched me in 4 days. Haven't summoned me, haven't come to my room. You're avoiding me." "I'm busy. You're scared." She said it flatly. "Jiho got in your head. Made you think about what you're doing, what this means, and now you're pulling away, because that's what you do when things get real." Minho stood slowly. "You want to know what I'm thinking? Fine. I'm thinking that Jiho was right. That I'm bad for you. That every day you stay here is another day you're in danger because you chose to kiss me. So you're just going to push me away? Yes? That's not your choice to make. It's the only choice." He moved around the desk. "You deserve someone who can love you properly. Someone gentle and safe. Someone like Jiho." "I don't want Jiho." "You should." "But I don't." She grabbed his shirt, forced him to look at her. "I want you. Broken, damaged, emotionally stunted you. And I'm not leaving just because you're scared." "I'm not scared. You're terrified. I can see it." She pulled him closer. "But here's the thing. So am I. I'm terrified of how I feel about you. Terrified that you'll never feel the same way. Terrified that Jisoo and Jiho are right and this is going to destroy me. Then leave. Make me." They stared at each other, the air crackling between them. Then Minho kissed her, hard and desperate and absolutely devastating. He lifted her onto his desk, papers scattering, laptop pushed aside. This time was different from all the others. Rougher, but somehow more honest. Like he was trying to show her something he couldn't say. Afterward, they stayed tangled together on his desk, breathing hard. "This doesn't change anything," he said. "Liar." He almost smiled. "You're impossible. You like it. I do." He helped her up, started gathering the scattered papers. "Which is the problem?" "Why is it a problem?" "Because liking leads to caring. Caring leads to vulnerability. And vulnerability gets people killed. Or it makes them human." He looked at her for a long moment. "I don't know how to be human anymore." "Then let me teach you." The routine resumed, but subtly different. Minho still summoned her at night, still kept their relationship hidden in shadows. But he held her afterward now, watched her sleep, asked small questions about her day. It wasn't love, not yet, but it was something more than possession. Jiho stayed in Busan. He called Minho about business, but never asked about Alicia. The distance between the brothers grew wider every day. Jisoo, demoted and bitter, moved through the estate like a ghost. She avoided Alicia now, but the hatred in her eyes whenever they passed was palpable. "She's planning something," Alicia said one night. "I can feel it. Let her plan. She can't touch you. You said that before. Then she sent me into Jade Clan territory. And I handled it. She knows there won't be a second chance." Minho traced patterns on her shoulder. Besides, she has bigger problems now. Half of my men don't respect her anymore. She's lost her power base. That makes her more dangerous, not less. Maybe. He pulled her closer. But I have bigger concerns right now. Like what? Like the fact that Park Saiwon has been too quiet. The Jade Clan should have retaliated after the Itaewon incident, but there's been nothing. No movement. No chatter. What does that mean? It means they're planning something big. He kissed her temple. Which is why you're going to do exactly what I say when I say it, without argument. Understood? Is that an order? It's a request, but I'm willing to make it an order if necessary. She turned to face him. What if I don't want to follow orders? What if I want to be part of the solution instead of just being protected? Then you'll do it anyway, because the alternative is you getting hurt, and I'm not allowing that. Not allowing? Not allowing. His expression was absolute. You can fight me on most things, Alicia, but not your safety, never your safety. It should have felt controlling, possessive. Instead, it felt like the closest thing to love he knew how to give. She kissed him, and they lost themselves in each other again, both trying not to think about the storm that was coming. The warning came 3 days later. Someone left photos on Alicia's desk at work. Pictures of her walking to the estate, shopping at a market, sitting in a cafe, all taken recently, all taken by someone following her. She brought them to Minho immediately. He looked at them, jaw clenching. When did these appear? This morning. And you're just telling me now? I'm telling you as soon as I found them. He pulled out his phone, made a call. Get Jisoo and my security team to my office. Now. Within minutes, the room filled with people. Minho spread the photos on his desk. Someone is surveilling her. I want to know who, and I want them dead by tonight. His security chief examined the photos. These angles? This is professional. Jade Clan? Possibly. Or what? Or someone who knows her personally. The shots are too intimate, too focused on her specifically. Alicia's stomach dropped. Marcus. Everyone turned to look at her. Your ex-husband? Minho's voice was ice. I thought he left Seoul. He did, but what if he came back? Then he's even stupider than I thought. Minho turned to Jisoo. Find him. Use every contact we have. I want his location by end of day. And when we find him? Jisoo asked, her voice carefully neutral. Bring him to me. Alive. His smile was cold. I want him to understand what happens when you touch what's mine. The meeting continued, but Alicia couldn't focus. If Marcus was back, if he was watching her again. After everyone left, Minho turned to her. Pack a bag. What? You're not staying here. Too exposed. Where am I going? Safe house. Gangnam. You'll go with Jiho. Jiho? I'm calling him back from Busan. He'll stay with you. Protect you. Jisoo will handle external security. I'm not going anywhere with Jisoo. She's the best I have. And despite everything, she follows orders. Minho moved closer. This isn't negotiable, Alicia. Someone is watching you, following you, planning something. I'm not taking chances. So you're locking me up again? I'm protecting you. By isolating me with people who hate me? Jiho doesn't hate you. And Jisoo won't let anything happen to you because I've made it very clear what will happen to her if she fails. What about you? Where will you be? Finding Marcus. And making sure he never threatens you again. Something in his voice made her shiver. What are you going to do to him? Whatever's necessary. He cupped her face. I need you to trust me. Can you do that? I don't have a choice, do I? No, but I'm asking anyway. She leaned into his touch. I trust you. I just don't like this. You don't have to like it. You just have to survive it. The safe house was a modern apartment in an expensive Gangnam building. 20th floor, security cameras everywhere, bulletproof windows, a cage with a view. Jiho arrived that evening, looking exhausted from the rush trip. He nodded at Alicia, but didn't speak, taking the room next door without a word. Jisoo checked every room, tested every lock, set up her equipment in the security office down the hall. "You'll stay here until the threat is eliminated," she said. "Don't leave. Don't answer the door. Don't even look out the windows." "How long?" "However long it takes." "Days? Weeks? Does it matter? You're safe. That's what matters." Jisoo moved to the door. "I'll be monitoring from security. If you need anything, call. But try not to need anything. You're enjoying this." "Enjoying what? Babysitting you?" Jisoo's laugh was bitter. "I'm following orders, nothing more." After she left, Alicia explored the apartment. 2 bedrooms, full kitchen, expensive furniture, everything she needed, except freedom. Jiho knocked on her door around 9. "Can we talk?" he asked. She let him in. They sat awkwardly on the couch, the weight of everything between them making conversation difficult. "I heard about the photos," Jiho said finally. "About Marcus. Minho's handling it." "Of course he is." Jiho's smile was sad. "He always handles everything, whether we want him to or not." "Jiho, I'm not going to apologize for what I said about loving you, about him being bad for you." He looked at her. "But I am sorry if it made things harder." "It made things clearer, actually." "Clearer how?" "It made me realize that I do have a choice between safe and real, between what I should want and what I actually want." She touched his hand. "I'm sorry it's not you." "So am I." He stood. "But I'll still protect you, because whether you love me or not, I love you enough to keep you safe." He left before she could respond. The first day passed without incident. Alicia played her part, staying inside, following orders, trying not to think about Marcus out there somewhere, watching, planning. Minho called once, briefly. "Are you okay?" "I'm going crazy." "You're safe." "Same thing, apparently." "I'll come see you when I can." "When will that be?" "When Marcus is handled." He paused. "Don't do anything stupid." "Like what?" "Like leaving. Or trusting anyone too much. Even Jiho. Even Jisoo. You told me they'd protect me. They'll keep you alive. That doesn't mean they won't have their own agendas." "That's comforting. It's realistic." He sighed. "I have to go. Stay safe." "That's in order." The call ended. Day 2. Alicia paced the apartment like a caged animal. Jiho worked on his laptop, making calls, coordinating with Minho. Jisoo checked in periodically, but never stayed long. Around noon, Alicia's phone rang. Unknown number. "Hello? Did you miss me, baby?" "Marcus." Her blood turned to ice. "How did you get this number?" "I have my ways. We need to talk." "We have nothing to talk about." "Don't we? You're hiding in a safe house. Your gangster boyfriend is tearing soul apart looking for me. Seems like you need rescuing." His laugh made her skin crawl. "Come to me willingly and I'll leave him alone. Stay with him and watch him die." "You're lying." "Am I?" "The Jade Clan wants him dead. I've been working with them, planning this for weeks." Marcus's voice dropped. "It's simple, really. You're the bait. He's the target. And you're helping us, whether you want to or not. You're insane. I'm practical. You belong with me, not with him. The sooner you accept that, the sooner everyone stops getting hurt." I'm hanging up. "Alicia, wait. Think about this. How many people have to die before you admit you made a mistake?" She ended the call, hands shaking. He was lying. Had to be lying. But what if he wasn't? She tried calling Minho. No answer. Tried again. Nothing. Panic clawed at her throat. She found Jiho in his room. "Marcus just called me." His expression changed instantly. "What did he say?" She explained the conversation. The threat. The ultimatum. "He's bluffing," Jiho said. "Trying to scare you into doing something stupid." "What if he's not? What if Minho's in real danger? Minho can't handle himself." "Can he? Against the Jade Clan and Marcus together?" You think your ex-husband is that competent? I think he's desperate, and desperate people are dangerous. She grabbed his arm. We need to check on Minho, make sure he's okay. Jiho pulled out his phone and dialed. No answer. He tried again, and again. Nothing. Where is he? Alicia asked. Last I heard, following a lead in Itaewon, but his phone's off. Could be operational security. Or something's wrong. You're paranoid. I'm scared. Jiho looked at her for a long moment, then made a decision. I'll go check on him myself. You stay here with Jisoo. I should come with you. Absolutely not. That's exactly what Marcus wants. To draw you out. He grabbed his jacket. Stay here. Lock the door. Don't open it for anyone except me or Minho. He left. Alicia sat alone in the apartment, mind racing. Something was wrong. She could feel it. An hour passed. 2 hours. No word from Jiho. No word from Minho. Her phone rang. Jisoo. Plans changed. Jisoo's voice was tight. We need to move you. Now. Why? What happened? Just get ready. We're coming to get you in 10 minutes. Who's we? Me and backup. Be ready. The call ended. Alicia's instincts screamed. Something wasn't right. She went to Jiho's room, found it empty. His laptop was there, still open, showing surveillance feeds from Minho's various operations. All of them under attack. Warehouses burning, businesses being raided, the estate surrounded. This wasn't Marcus. This was a full-scale war. And Minho was somewhere in the middle of it. She tried calling him again. Straight to voicemail. Tried Jiho. Same thing. The apartment door handle rattled. Someone trying to get in. Ms. James? A male voice, unfamiliar. I'm with Mr. Kang's security. We need to evacuate you immediately. But Jiho had said not to open the door for anyone except him or Minho. I need verification, she called out. There's no time. The building's been compromised. Alicia backed away from the door, looking for another exit. The bedroom window? They were 20 floors up. The door exploded inward. Men in black tactical gear poured through. Professional, armed, moving with military precision. One of them raised a weapon, fired. Alicia ducked behind the couch. The shot missed her, but took out the lamp beside her head. She ran for the bedroom, slammed the door, locked it. They'd be through in seconds. She grabbed her phone, dialed Minho one more time. Pick up, pick up, pick up. The bedroom door shuddered under repeated kicks. Please. The door burst open. A man grabbed her, spun her around. She fought, kicked, scratched, screamed. He hit her, hard enough to make her ears ring. Stop fighting, or this gets worse. Someone yanked her hands behind her back. Zip ties cut into her wrists. They dragged her out of the apartment, into the service elevator. Down, 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 out. Through a maintenance exit, into an alley where a van waited. They threw her inside. The bag over her head came off, and she found herself face to face with Marcus. Hello, baby, he said, smiling. Time to come home. Then everything went black. She woke to darkness and pain, head throbbing, mouth dry, wrists bound behind her back, cold concrete floor, the smell of industrial chemicals and old blood. There she is. Marcus stepped into her limited field of vision. He looked worse than she remembered, thinner, eyes hollow, obsession written in every line of his face. Where am I? Warehouse district. Deserted. No one's going to find you here. She pulled against the restraints. Let me go. Let you go? Baby, I just got you back. He crouched in front of her. Do you know how long I've been planning this? Months. Every detail. Every contingency. Minho will find me. Will he? He doesn't even know where to look. Marcus pulled out her phone. Beautiful thing. About technology. We cloned this hours ago. Been listening to every call, reading every text. We knew exactly when to move. We? The Jade Clan and me. Temporary alliance, but effective. He stood, paced. See? They want him dead. I want you back. Simple exchange of services. You betrayed your own people. I don't have people. I have a wife who abandoned me. He grabbed her chin roughly. You humiliated me, Alicia. Left me for some Korean gangster. Do you know what that did to my reputation? My business? I left because you were abusive. I was protective. Everything I did was to keep you safe. Keep you mine. His grip tightened. And this is how you repay me? By fucking the enemy? He's not... Marcus slapped her. Pain exploded across her already bruised face. Don't defend him to me. Not here. Not now. He released her, pulled out a knife. Here's what's going to happen. Minho will come for you, because despite everything, you matter to him. When he does, the Jade clan will be waiting. They'll kill him, his brother, everyone. And then... His smile was terrible. We're going home to the States. Together. Like we should have been all along. I'll never go back to you. You don't have a choice. He held the knife to her throat. She felt cold metal against her skin. You're my wife. You belong to me. Always have, always will. We're divorced. A piece of paper. Meaningless. He pressed slightly harder. I've been very patient, very understanding, but my patience has limits. Footsteps echoed in the warehouse. Multiple people approaching. Sounds like we have company, Marcus said. Time for the show to begin. Jade Clan soldiers emerged from the shadows. 6 of them, all armed, all professional. And then, a door burst open on the far side of the warehouse. Minho walked in, flanked by 4 of his men. His face was stone, but his eyes found Alicia immediately. Saw the blood on her face, the knife at her throat. Something dark and deadly flickered across his expression. Let her go. Minho's voice was cold death. And I'll let you live. Marcus laughed. You'll let me live? You're outnumbered, outgunned, and walking into a trap. I own the situation. Do you? Minho gestured slightly. More of his men appeared from other entrances. Then more. Then more. Dozens of them surrounding the Jade Clan soldiers. I don't walk into traps. I create them. The Jade Clan raised their weapons. Minho's men did the same. Standoff. You think you're so smart, Marcus said, but you forgot one thing. He pressed the knife harder. Alicia felt skin break, warm blood trickling. I have her. One move, and I cut her throat. Minho went absolutely still. If you kill her, I'll make your death last days. If I don't kill her, you'll kill me anyway. Marcus's hand was shaking. At least this way, I take something from you. She was never yours to take. She was mine first, Marcus's shout echoed. 3 years I gave her. 3 years I shaped her, protected her, loved her. And she chose you? More footsteps, this time from behind Alicia. Jiho burst through a side entrance with his own team. Nobody kills my brother, chaos erupted. Gunfire everywhere. Jade Clan engaging Minho's forces. Jiho's team providing cover. In the confusion, Marcus's grip loosened slightly. Alicia remembered Jisu's training, slammed her head backward into his nose. Crack. He screamed, stumbled. The knife caught her shoulder as she broke free, slicing through cloth and skin. Pain, but not deep. She ran, hands still bound, heading for Minho. A Jade Clan soldier grabbed her. She kicked, fought. Jiho appeared, shot the man, caught Alicia as she fell. I've got you! More gunfire. Someone screaming. Bodies hitting concrete. Jiho was cutting her restraints when... Sharp crack. He jerked, looked down at the blood spreading across his shoulder. No! Alicia screamed. Another shot. This one caught him in the side. He went down hard, pulling her with him. She landed on top of him, his blood soaking into her clothes, his face going white. Jiho! Jiho! His eyes fluttered. You're safe. That's all that matters. Marcus appeared above them, gun pointed at Alicia, blood streaming from his broken nose, eyes wild. Should have just come with me. Can you see how many people are getting hurt because of you? Another shot rang out, but not from Marcus's gun. Marcus looked down, surprised at the hole in his chest, then collapsed. Behind him stood Minho, weapon raised, face carved from ice. But the damage was done. Jiho lay on the concrete, 2 bullet wounds, too much blood pooling around him. Alicia pressed her hands against the wounds, trying to stop the bleeding, but it kept coming. "Stay with me," she sobbed. "Please stay with me." Jiho's hand came up weakly, touched her face. "Don't cry. Someone help him," Alicia screamed. "Help him!" Minho dropped beside them, his control finally shattering. "Jiho, Jiho, look at me. Hyung." Jiho's voice was so weak. "Take care of her. You're going to be fine. You're going to promise me. I promise. But you're not dying. You're not." Marcus, dying but not dead, rolled over, saw them huddled together. With his last strength, he kicked Jiho viciously in his wounded side. "Shut up!" Then Marcus was gone, collapsing, blood everywhere, finally still. But Jiho's eyes rolled back. His hand fell from Alicia's face, and everything went dark. Wait, hold up. Did Marcus just... Is Jiho... I need to know. Are you Team Jiho or Team Minho? Because here's where it gets real. Jiho literally took bullets for her. Bullets. He's been loving her the right way this whole time, and now he's bleeding out on a warehouse floor while she's in his arms. Minho finally showed up, finally fought for her, finally let himself feel something. But is it too little? Too late? And let's talk about Jisoo for a second. 5 years of loyalty, and she gets tossed aside for a woman who's been there 3 weeks? She set up that Itaewon ambush, got publicly humiliated, and you know she's not done. Not by a long shot. Here's my question for you. When someone shows you who they are from the beginning, cold, emotionally unavailable, controlling, do you think they can really change? Or is Alicia just setting herself up to be destroyed? Drop your honest answer in the comments. No judgment. We've all been Alicia at some point. Now, part 3 is where everything burns. Will Jiho survive? Is Marcus actually dead? Or is this man more cockroach than human? If you need part 3 immediately, smash that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because when I drop it, you'll be the first to know. Now tell me, what team are you on? Let's get the comment ready for part 3.